Hi, I'm Peter Rose, founder of Longwood Currency Trading. A Forex trading story for you today. Oh man, I'm outside again. It's a beautiful early October, well, it's an autumn day, but again, I'm showing you the colors here. They're not really as vibrant as they usually are as we get into autumn, because I think because of all the rain. We may be starting fall here pretty early, and that'll get things moving. So it's a Friday, last Friday, and I'm trading away in the morning, and I made about, I think I made about $2,400 or $2,200, something like that. And I basically said, well, you know, that's good for the day. But then as I was sitting at my desk, and I had the trading platform off, and it's late in the afternoon, I go, wow, this price is really moving around. So I put some pending orders in there, because I thought, wait, there might be enough volatility left by the time 5 o'clock rolls around and the market's shut down for me to grab, you know, a few pips. So I didn't go in very heavy. I just, you know, set it up. Nothing seemed to be happening too much at all. They kicked, those orders did kick off. So I added to the position, and it's getting on to 5 o'clock and stuff. And I got to make a decision. Do I want to get out and take a little loss? I think it's about $1,000 I'd lose. Or let the thing carry over through the weekend. And I said, well, I'll carry it over to the weekend. Okay. So Sunday, the market's going to open 5 o'clock. My wife and I have tickets to a club in Portsmouth where the famous jazz blues musician Walter Trout is playing. And we're going to dinner at the theater, and then his concert starts after dinner. So I've got this position on, and it's going to be 5 o'clock before the market opens, and we have to be leaving the house before 5 o'clock in order to get to the venue in time and park and get in there and have a glass of wine and see what's happening. Okay. So before we leave, I said, look, I think this thing is going to open pretty good. Let's put some more pending orders in. Let's really beef up this. Let's go in heavy and see what we can do. I'm about $1,000 down on a position that hasn't opened yet, and I'm adding pending orders to it. So we drive down to Portsmouth. We get in the club about, it was about 5:45 or something that we got to our table. So the market's been open for 45 minutes. I haven't been paying any attention to my phone or anything because traffic was heavy, and we just wanted to get to the restaurant. So we sit down at the restaurant, and the waitress comes over and what can I get for you? So you order a glass of wine, and the wine comes. It's probably about, it's about 6:10, and I'm sitting there with this glass of wine that we haven't even toasted yet to the evening, and my phone goes beep. You know what that means? That means one of those pending orders kicked off. So now I'm in heavier than I was before. Well, that must mean that it's moving in the right direction. It doesn't mean that I'm still not in negative territory, but price is moving in the right direction. So Sue and I had a toast, and we're sipping on the wine, and geez, it wasn't but 2 or 3 minutes later, beep, the phone goes off again. Another pending order hits. Oh my God. Okay, so not much I can do with it there. I'm not going to trade on my phone. I'm just going to let her go. I've got a profit target, and I've got a couple of more pending orders to add to the position. Just let it rip. Beep, phone goes off again. That's the last beep for pending orders, and I'm 20 lots deep into this thing right now. We have another toast to the progressively moving in some direction or the other price, which I don't know, because I'm not going to pull my phone out and look at it. We have that toast. So the whole time that we've been sitting there, and I've got 3 beeps on the phone, is about 10 minutes. So we're looking over the dinner menu, and my phone goes beep. And I go, that's the closeout. Yep, $2,300 net on the trade. I went in heavy. I got 20 lots. So I'm not grabbing a lot of pips. I'm not trying to be greedy. If I would have extended my profit target out, I could have probably gone 4,000 or something like that. But that's okay. I'm having dinner. I'm waiting for Walter Trout to come out, and I make $2,400 on top of the 22 that I made earlier in the day. Over 4,000 bucks for the day. Well, not for the day. I made it for the day, and the original position was taken on Friday, and I carried it over. I generally don't like to do that, but sometimes when the volatility is just moving, you get a sense. You have to know the currency pair that you're trading. That's why I only trade one currency pair, because I know it like the back of my hand. I don't know it, but I'm familiar with it. If I was trading dollar yen or something, it might take me a week or so to get up to speed on the price action that is manifesting. I don't want to learn by it costing me money to learn that, and I don't want to fragment my attention, and I never have in my trading, by trading or looking at multiple pairs in gold and the DAX and the SPY and all the other crap that everybody else seems compelled to trade. If I can't make any money trading one currency pair, why do I think I could make more money splitting my attention and going out and trading SPY or corn or whatever? So it's the day I'm doing this video, I've made in October, the first 4 days of October, I've made 10,000 bucks. So, and part of that was the Friday, Sunday tale of joy that I just shared with you. So, can you make money on one currency pair? Yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can. If you're trying to trade multiple vehicles, maybe you can do that. Since July up until about now, I'm up about $70,000 or something like that. So, if that's not enough for you, yeah, I don't know what I can tell you. And that's on one currency pair. And I have a particular bias to the way that I trade and where I go in and do that. And I'm doing it on 3 simple rules. And it's those 3 simple rules that allowed me on last Friday to really look at that situation, knowing it was Friday. And instead of saying, okay, I'll take this short loss $1,000, I don't have a long profit target, but it's good enough where it works out to a little over 1% on my risk that I was taking. So why not go for that? If I have a feel that I have to caution the words I use. If I feel I have a probabilistic advantage in the thing, then I can put my pending orders in and let it ride over the weekend with no fear. If it goes bad against me, my bad, I'll take the hit. If it goes good, well, then that means that my probabilistic analysis was good. Each time you win, you validate what you're doing, and each time you lose, you learn what not to do. Hopefully, you have as many losses as you can possibly have in the early days of your trading. The folks that are learn from me or asking me questions, or I'm doing consulting with, or they're taking a course from me or something. We start out in a live account trading very, very small, $1,000, trading one mini lot. Look, if you can't be successful trading one mini lot, you're not going to be successful trading $100,000 trading 10, 15 lots sizes. You're gonna go broke. And if you're so anxious at trading that mini lot that you don't respect the fact that you make 20 bucks in a day, now that's a pizza, or you lose 20 bucks in a day, you've lost a pizza, that's a significant thing. And you can be excited about making the win if you can become consistent at doing that, trading for pizzas or trading for beers. I used to call it trading for beers on the mini, because you make $5-6 a day. It's $1 a pip, right? That's a beer. I'm trading for beers. Not even glasses of wine. A glass of wine will cost you $12, $15, for God's sake. Get a beer for $3 and $6. Yes, it is all about your risk management. And too many people get wrapped up in the risk management, and they talk about stupid things like risk to reward ratio and all this other crap that's so unnecessary. When I lost $40,000 back in 2018, I stepped back from that situation. I looked at it. I found out what I was doing wrong. I figured out what I needed to do right. I came up with the 3 rules. I took my remaining $5,000 and doubled that in about 4.5 months. Does that mean I could double a $100,000 account in 4.5 months? Probably not, but I was 90% up on a 6-figure account in 2022. And like I said, I saw an opportunity, probabilistic opportunity. I pushed it all to the center of the table, and it didn't work out very well. Ended up the year 43% or 46% up for the year for 2022. So I made 43% against my risk. Where are you going to go and do that? Even taking a big hit and a loss. You got to understand that you have to deal with the risk first, so that you never have to worry about it again. Then you focus on the win. How much can I win? Where do I go to win? What's the price action got to be in order to make that win? How many lots do I go in? If I have enough lots that I'm building positions and staging into positions and reverse staging and all that other kind of stuff, what are the rules that will guide me in developing the matrix of lot staging and distances that you're doing that sort of stuff? And that's what I work with folks that come to me for consulting and stuff, and taking advanced level stuff. It's not a $500. You ain't gonna learn how to do that stuff from me for $500 or $1,000. You got to be serious about it. But the point is, and the point of the story is not just to tell you a story about how much fucking money I made. The point of the story is, as I was putting those pending orders in on Friday and adding to them, even after the market had closed, I wasn't concerned about my risk, because I had already managed my risk. The only thing I was thinking about was how much money I'm going to make. The problem with most of the traders that I talk with is that's all they're focused on. Oh, how much money can I make? How much money can I make? And they don't consider the risk, or they're looking at risk in a risk-reward ratio, like I said, or they're following some stupid rules about when the Bollinger Band is here and you're going to do this and all that kind of crap. I can't help somebody like that. I turn people away that want to say, well, this is what I do and blah, blah. Forget about what you do. Don't call me if you're successful. You're not having the success that you feel that you should be having for the time that you've got into the trading. So have an open mind and contact me, and be willing to take the suggestions that I'll give you when we start out to, we'll try this. And you go and you try that. There's no charge for that. I try to help you out. I don't take very many students. I don't want to on a yearly basis, because I don't have time for that. I'm retired. So it's a big ticket item for a sale. I work personally with that person. It's a lot of my time that's invested. I don't have time to work with 100 people. I'm not trying to make a living from selling trading courses, for God's sakes. See that house over there? I paid cash for that house, and that was before I sold my other house. So I don't need money from selling courses. I'm going to trade my account, and I'm going to make a lot of money. If you want to figure out how I do that, you want me to work with you, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money. But it's going to give you the skills so that, depending on your bank size, you're going to make $20,000 a year, or maybe $100,000 a year, or whatever. Or maybe if you're only going to be able to trade, one full lot or 2 full lots, you really don't. You might be able to pay the light bill on that if you're very, very careful. I mean, look, if you're trading a full lot at $10 a pip, and you can make $2,000 a year on that, $10,000 to do the full lot, or you could probably do it for $6,000 or $7,000, depending on how much margin you got to come up with. In the U.S., it's 5%, so that's why I've got a $10,000 minimum. You can't lose. Let it run. My stops are short. I never hit that, so you could trade with $7,000 or $7,500 with currently it's about $6,300 in margin that you need to trade. But regardless of all that shit, you can probably make 20%. If you know what you're doing, you can make 20% on that 10 grand. That's $2,000, and that'll pay your light bill. And if that's all the money you can bring to bear is $10,000 to trade 1 full lot, if you could make $2,000, well, if you're only bringing $10,000 to the table to be able to trade that 1 full lot, you're not making $100,000 a year or $400,000 a year as an attorney, right? You're working a 9 to 5, 15, $20 an hour position, and you're grinding it out. And look, you're going to spend, I don't know, $18,000 on rent alone. So I understand how difficult it is to come up with money, but if you can come up with $10,000 to buy a friggin' truck, you can come up with $10,000 to trade currencies. Learn how to do it from somebody who knows what they're doing. Make a couple of grand. Your job isn't going to give you $2,000 more. You're making $40,000 a year, and you can pull another 2 grand off of that. Divide the 40,000 into that it's 5% raise. Is your boss going to give you 5% raise every year? Or you could take that 10 grand, you're going to make 2 on that every year. It's a skill. And then when you get $20,000, now you're making $4,000. You get $100,000, and now you're making $20,000. You just I try to bring reasonable stories to you guys as to what I'm doing, because when I started out after recovering from my account and working my way through, I started with a 1 full lot and trading that and getting things down. I started with minis, actually, and then 1 full lot. And then I was trading 3 lots, 3 fulls. And in a 5-month period of time, I went from trading 3 lots, 3 full lots, to positions of 20 lots to 25 lots, position size. But I was learning the rules of how to do that building and staging and reverse staging and all that stuff, because you don't do that when you're trading 3 and 4 lot positions. You go all in and you come all out, because you can't. Every time you break a position up into transactions, you're raising the average position value close to your current price. And if you make a mistake, you lose it a lot. If you make it, let's say you've taken 4 lots and you've broken that up into 5 pieces to stage into your situation, you're not going to make $40 a pip times 10. You're not going to make $400 on that, because you don't have that behind you. You're going to need price to move 20 pips to get all that stuff from the time when you start putting it in to the time where you get out to get your 10 pips. You just have to look at at the mechanics, the rules. How do you build your rules for increasing your lot size based on your bank, trading safely, so you have your risk management all taken care of in the beginning, so you don't have to worry about risk management, and you can do like I did. Have the confidence to be able to go in heavy and be willing to take the hit if it's bad, and have the cash reserves that it doesn't wipe you out and you're okay, and be aware of the profit target that you're shooting for. Is that within your risk management rules? You just, all you do is look at the page. All I do, it takes me 15 seconds when I look at the chart first thing in the morning to determine whether I've got a trade or I don't have a trade, and when that trade might happen. Do I want to put pending orders in, or do I want to just walk away and do nothing and have a cup of coffee and come back in an hour or two and see if anything's changed? 15 seconds. I'm trying to trade for a couple hours a day and then be done with it. I try to get that done early in the morning, and then I'll pick up the Asian session in the evening or late afternoon. If that starts to pop a little bit, I can put some other trades in there. Most of the time, it's one trade that I run with, and it's done in 20 to 45 minutes, under 2 hours. One trade. Sometimes I'll go in, I'll get it wrong, I'll have to take the hit, and then I will generally trade 2 times more, so that I'll have a 3-trade day, because it takes some finagling to make sure that you come out at the end of the day with a positive I guess a score, whatever that is. It might not be as large of a dollar amount that you would like to see, but you're pushing the cash register. That's all you need to worry about doing. I think since July, mid-July, to now we're in the first week of October, I think I've had 4 or 5 losing days. And they've added up to 10, probably about $12,000 or $13,000 in about 40 or 45 trades. So about 5 losing trades out of the 40. So, I'm doing about 90-10 win-loss on a daily basis. But if you look at my transaction basis, I'm doing about 60-40. So that's how my metrics are going. And that's why I was able to get a $4,200 pay on that trade that I closed, even though a position had been taken on a Friday. So anyway, if you are confused by all this, I'm sorry. Just enjoy the story. It's a great story. I've got a lot of them. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be happy to chat with you a little bit. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day, and have a great trading day.